Hello everyone. Are you looking to improve your English speaking and listening skills? Look no further. Our podcast conversations are the perfect way to improve your English language skills. By watching our podcast conversations, you'll be able to hear authentic English spoken at a natural pace by native speakers, helping you to better understand the language and improve your listening skills. Additionally, by listening to our conversations, you'll be able to pick up on common English phrases and idioms, helping you to improve your speaking skills and sound more natural when speaking English. So, join us for our podcast conversations and take your English language skills to the next level.
Hey Robin, how's it going?
Not bad, and you?
I'm good. So, how much time do you spend on social media these days?
Honestly, probably too much. I find myself scrolling through Instagram or Facebook for hours every day.
Same here. I think it's becoming a bit of an addiction for me.
Definitely. I feel like it's starting to impact other areas of my life too, like my productivity at work.
How did Anna do on her exams? I do not see her after publishing the result.
Well, she did get a good score on some of the exams, but unfortunately, she failed one of them.
What? Anna failed the exam? I can't believe it. She's always been so good at studying.
Yeah, I was surprised too. She did well on some parts of the exam, but she failed overall.
But why? What could be the reason? I am a bit confused about her result.
Well, from what I heard, Anna is spending a lot of time on social media. She posts pictures every day and chats with her online friends, and it seems like it's taking up a lot of her time.
Oh no, that's not good. Is that the reason for her failure in the exam?
It could be. Studying takes time and dedication. And if you're spending a lot of time on social media, it can be hard to find the time to study effectively.
That makes sense. I hope Anna realizes this and starts to prioritize her studies.
Yeah, it's a real problem. I think a lot of students are struggling with their grades because they're spending too much time on social media.
It's not just students, though. It seems like everyone is addicted to social media these days.
Absolutely. And the thing is, we don't even realize how much time we're wasting.
Exactly. And what do we really get out of posting our photos and giving likes to other people's posts?
Not much, honestly. I think we need to be more intentional with our online interactions and make sure we're using social media in a way that adds value to our lives.
That's a great point. I think we should all take a step back and really think about how we're using social media and whether it's helping or harming us.
Agreed. And maybe we can even inspire others to do the same. Who knows? Maybe we can start a social media revolution.
So, what do you think we can do to reduce our social media use?
Well, one thing I've tried is setting a time limit for myself each day. I only allow myself a certain amount of time on social media, and then I have to put my phone away.
That's a good idea. I've also heard of people taking social media breaks for a week or two.
Yeah, that could work too. It's all about finding a balance between staying connected and not letting social media take over our lives.
Agreed. And it's not just about reducing our use, but also using social media in a more positive and productive way.
Definitely. I've started following more accounts that inspire me or teach me something new, instead of just mindlessly scrolling through my feed.
That's a great idea. I think we can all benefit from being more intentional with our social media use.
Absolutely. And maybe we can even encourage our friends and family to do the same.
Yes. We can start a little social media detox challenge together.
Dear friends, I hope you have enjoyed our conversation. If you have watched the video until now, it shows you have a strong dedication to learning English. Now we are going to see a more interesting topic: love marriage, arranged marriage. By the way, which one do you support? Comment below.
Hey, Ronica, what's your take on marriage? Love or arranged?
Well, I personally support arranged marriages. What about you, Robin?
I think love marriages are the way to go. I mean, you get to choose your partner, and you already know them well before getting married.
But in arranged marriages, families get involved and help choose a partner that's compatible with you. Plus, it's a more traditional approach.
I get that. But what if the families choose someone you're not compatible with? In love marriages, you have the freedom to choose someone you truly love.
That's true. But love marriages can also be risky. What if the love fades away after marriage? In arranged marriages, you work on building love and understanding with your partner over time.
I see your point. But at the same time, love marriages can also lead to strong relationships if both partners are committed to each other.
I agree. It really depends on the individuals and what they want in a marriage.
Definitely, there's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to marriage.
There are some reasons I don't support love marriage.
What type of distraction are you talking about?
I had a friend in my college. She was an excellent student. She had a relationship with a boy, and after a breakup, she became mad. She stopped focusing on her studies, and even wanted to do something terrible.
This is wrong. If someone doesn't love you, why are you destroying your life?
Exactly, and that's why I believe arranged marriages can be a better option. Families help choose a partner who is compatible with you and who will support your goals.
I can see your point, but what if the families don't choose someone you like?
That can be a risk, but in arranged marriages, families often consider factors beyond just liking someone. They look at compatibility, family background, and other important factors.
I see. But in love marriages, you get to know the person before getting married and can make a decision based on that.
That's true, but love can also be blind. People often overlook red flags in love marriages, which can lead to problems later on.
Yeah, that's definitely a risk. But I still believe that if two people truly love each other, they can make it work.
Of course, it really depends on the individuals and what they want in a marriage. There's no right or wrong answer.
Absolutely, it's always great to have a friendly conversation and hear different perspectives on the topic.
If you found the video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.